Hi, Puneet. We hope you've had a great time at ET World Leaders Forum so far. So a lot of the talk around AI in India has been around solving India's problems. But what do you think about the global impact that AI applications created in India could have? Can we make a splash?
Absolutely. We're already making a splash. And I'll give you two examples. If you look at Indian IT services companies that are building for the world. So Cognizant is working with Microsoft to build solutions for different industries. Infosys is using GitHub Copilots to drive productivity in their engineers. Genpact is building knowledge assets with AI on us. So you have IT services companies in India building with Microsoft for the world. Second is the digital ecosystem or the startup ecosystem, right? So you've got B2B startups like InMobi. There's lots of excitement happening in this country. Again, building B2B assets using AI and technology for the world. And we're just getting started, so you'll see a lot more of both of those.
What are some of the specific sectors where you think AI is going to make a big difference in the coming years? We've spoken about healthcare, financial services. What's your take? Which are the specific segments?
I think it'll reinvent pretty much every sector, not just in this country, but across the world. But I think the ones that I'm seeing a lot of promise and excitement already, one is healthcare, as you rightly said, where we're working with several healthcare groups in the country, hospitals in the country, to make sure that healthcare can be simplified, customer experience can be improved, interventions and outcomes are better. Education, Shiksha Copilot that we launched, where we're helping teachers. They used to take an hour and a half to plan their curriculum. Now they can do it in 10 minutes using AI. So you're seeing a lot of excitement in education. Financial services, a lot of work that we're doing with banks and insurers. So Axis Bank is using Copilots, ICICI Bank. But you're seeing across financial services a ton of exciting use cases come up. So those are the three that come top of the mind. But pretty much every industry in this country will be invented and reinvented with AI.
Okay. So you've spoken a lot about productivity coming from AI today, and also given us a glimpse of what AI agents can look like. But how far in the future are AI agents?
I think we've seen three things play out with AI agents so far, right? First is we moved from search to conversation. So now you don't really search anymore. You go to your Copilot and have a conversation around preparing for whatever you're doing, right? Second, we're seeing conversation to intelligence. So you're seeing intelligence come up real, like, which is how do you bring all the data in the organization together? How do you make sure people have access to right knowledge and information at their fingertips? You're seeing that. Third is we will see information to agency, when these Copilots, with your permission but not your involvement, can act on your behalf. I think it's coming soon. I don't know when, but I don't think it's too far. But the very fact that we will move from search to conversations to intelligence is a big leap forward. And I think agency will come in some time as well.
So I don't know if you heard Nouriel Rubini's sessions this morning. I mean, we generally talk about the risk of AI in terms of bias or hallucinations, but he spoke about how there could be greater inequality and social unrest coming from that. How do you think we can, start to think about that beforehand and address the social aspect?
I think the first thing I'll say is when you're building technologies that can change the world, you have to make sure they build responsibly and can be used responsibly. So that's exactly what we're doing at Microsoft, which is how do we make these technologies secure and responsible by default, not as an afterthought. So we're building this on a set of principles like transparency, safety, removing biases, a lot of work that's going on. Second, we're trying to bring the ecosystem together. Not one company can solve this problem. So how do we bring the entire tech ecosystem, the government, the public sector, enterprises in India, and then of course technology companies, to come together and talk about this. And then third is how do we educate the public, right? An educated public is the best defense against irresponsible or confusing messages that come out, right? So we're doing a lot of work in education. We're training 2 million people as part of AI Advantage by next year, 75,000 women this year on AI. And then, of course, we also launched a Microsoft micro degree on AI with the Ministry of Skills to, again, educate the population, educate people in India about AI and how to use it.
I think that's all. Thank you very much. Thank you
so much. Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.